Going on?
We're back.
Hello. All right. So.
Hello.
Oh, no, one second. One second. Greg and James beat 'em up. That's right. It's the only Twitch show where this guy, James, and this guy,
Greg.
It's Greg.
Yeah.
We play beat 'em ups. You can't see this anywhere else. I mean, maybe some other people are playing beat 'em ups, but you can only get me and Greg right here.
Yeah.
And today we're doing a deep dive. Oh, hey, Totally 42. Glad you're here. Today we're doing a deep dive on Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. First, we're going to do the arcade version. Mm-hmm. I fixed our emulation speed problems from last week by buying an officially emulated version on my Switch. So we're going to check this out. Thank you for confirming that totally. Yeah, OBS, and I think it's because of this monitor. OBS decided just that it no longer... It switched a ton of my audio settings to default, which is routed to nothing as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So I have to go to all those and say, no, I specifically want you to use the microphone that I originally told you to use here.
That you paid a ton of money for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ton of money. Like
wow.
$50, $60.
A life-changing amount.
I literally look. My selection process. But I should put this microphone. Oh dear. Equidistant to the two of us. No, the purchasing process for this microphone was that I researched what is I looked for basically. It's confirmed to be good.
Yep.
But it's cheap.
Yeah, the Snowball.
The blue Snowball.
Best one if you're starting out with any sort of audio
don't want
recording.
to spend that much money. So yeah, we're gonna dive in here. We're gonna do the arcade version, which we played a bit last week on MAME with the speed all wacky and janky.
Yeah.
But here we are, officially playing. So take a moment here. We can look at the controls.
Left attack.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, with the jump button in the middle. So yeah, so we have right attack being a button that's over to the right side on the face.
That's going to, I think, make it a lot easier.
I think it's going to be a game changer because this game, folks, uses the Renegade-style of beat-em-up control, which did not flourish in the genre. To the best of my knowledge, I can't think of a third game besides Renegade and this. They use it.
Alright.
Okay. Want to press the shoulder button on right shoulder.
Yeah.
Greg. And we'll see if that starts us both up. So, this is a repeat of that's the exact same scene in the first Double Dragon. They punch her in the belly. Ah, you end up going for it, totally. Salvatore's, what kind of pizza did you have, totally? Okay, yeah, already I'm consistently making attacks in the correct direction.
Oh yeah, this is going much smoother.
Renegade-style controls for the uninitiated. Instead of assigning a specific move... Oh, yeah, the Pomodoro. That's the way to go, for sure. Instead of assigning a particular move to a given button, the two attack buttons are assigned to just the directions, right and left. And then what move you do depends on what direction you're facing when you press the button. For example, you do kicks behind you and punches in front of you. It can be very disorienting if you have like a Super Nintendo's, if your controls wind up being set like a Super Nintendo with one attack on B and one attack on Y.
Yeah.
It's not super clear to your brain at any given time which of those is going to, you know... Oh no!
Really, you're just whipping me.
I did get a little friendly fire in there. There's an ongoing brotherly rivalry over... Now, I guess, who loved Marion the most? Who gets the best seat at her wake? Oh.
Oh yeah.
I took you out, Jimmy. Oh man. These really, really cool looking mustache bikers. I will say, in terms of Double Dragon supposedly being set in a post-nuclear war dystopia, the enemy designs in this game sell that a lot more.
You mean this pompadour guy with
Not
well, he's got spikes.
Not necessarily this guy, although yeah, he's got the spikes on his wrists, and I mean he's like a big freak.
Mhm.
Like I could just buy that there was some genetic warping there, but like yeah, the Lindas are like Road Warrior Linda.
Warrior Linda.
This totally awesome dude who's in like red pleather and has an eye patch and like mustache and a mullet. And then there's just these dudes who kind of, I mean, they look a little weird. Like, look at his face.
That's the double dragon kick.
Yep, the sou-setsu-ken or something like that. It has an official name.
Jesus.
Oof.
That guy threw that
Got
knife
super
at point
stab.
blank.
This guy has an unlimited supply. Oh, I was puzzling over totally what size me could possibly have meant. That it was just an autocorrect for awesome. Yeah, so in some ways, this is just a very, very similar game to Double Dragon, the original in the arcade.
I think this guy.
Yeah, I love this this snake Pliskin at a gay bar looking dude.
He's very good.
It's fantastic. And like obviously this dude is very post-apocalyptic. Oh, if you want you can have my face for free totally, but the rest of us are subscriber only.
Mm-hmm. Gotta subscribe.
That's not a business decision. You're only allowed to have one free emote. I would be happy to give more. I need to make more that are me doing different facial expressions, because most of the emojis or the emoticons or whatever you want, what have you, are so insert coins, Greg, with the left shoulder and then press start with.
Yep.
Oh, you can't even have the regular one. I cannot explain that totally.
Yeah, you should not. You should totally.
Well, so my
Totally.
first pitch. Man, that guy. I mean, like, that guy was notable when I was a kid. This dude only gets one big moment, as opposed to the building it up where the first one dissolved, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But it always stuck out in my mind. It's just totally weird. Why does this guy dissolve? Why does he reconstitute? And then just dissolve again and stay dissolved. Oh, this guy inherited Bobo's beloved shovel backdrop, I guess we would call it. It's a back body drop where he doesn't expose himself to the getting kicked in the face counter.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bending over. He's just going to scoop you up by the hips and toss you.
Ooh, we also
The ladies, I'm actually, like, they're, oh, the ladies in the emojis. The one that look, well, I mean, obviously, if you didn't already get it, one of them's Danielle and one of them's Lauren. So they are people that you have met, totally. In theory, at least.
throwing a huge kettlebell at me.
Yeah, so I really need to make like my face laughing and stuff, since most of the content on this stream is just me. And so, what's the pitch to anyone who doesn't watch Friday Night Forgotten Circles? To subscribe so that they can use an emoji of like Rich's face.
Yeah.
Not even making a particular expression. There's no me for free. That's so strange to me. I was almost positive that my face was set to free. In fact, once we hit a lull in the gameplay here, I'll look into that more.
This guy's really kicking our ass.
Yeah.
Why is that not connected? I feel like that should be connected.
I feel like if you're not leaving, I feel like the programming at this level, if you didn't leave from the same z-axis, or not even z-axis, but if you didn't leave from the same plane as him, I don't think you count as being on the same plane as him.
Oh, come on now, guys.
I could be wrong. Listen, my belief is that I've offered a free emoji and the Twitch is just suborning me. I'm certainly will. Although that said, you could just subscribe. That's my pitch. You know what? There's one other pitch. No, wait, no. Don't subscribe. Not yet.
What?
I don't have the alerts set up. Oh, wait. I can set them up quite easily. Just let me knife this dude in the back of the brain.
Yep. Good job.
I will... Because it already exists.
Oh, you're getting your ass kicked.
Added. Put it down. Alright. Alright. So, the added pitch. Yeah, I'm like half dead here. Oh, now I'm fully dead. The added pitch for subscribing, totally, is that you get to see a little animation of me celebrating that you subscribed.
Fantastic. Are we? There we go.
Yeah, I don't know if these ladies are supposed to. I know, like obviously we clarified totally that you weren't even asking. Ah, I believe you, and perhaps you'll subscribe one day, and you'll get to see the little me jumping. I gotta now make a note to never ever just show it to you for free. Now that I've got you on the hook.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way you do it.
ABC baby, always be closing. But yeah,
Who's coming up?
oh man, yeah, like this dude. There's something wrong with his eyes. He's post-apocalyptic. Yeah, much better job of selling the milieu that they claim to be setting than in the first game.
You kind of punch him in the stomach because you're not tall enough to punch him anywhere else.
Yeah, it's that grind set, totally. I never stop thinking of ways to blackmail my friends into subscribing to my Twitch. Oh man, this dude, nothing but chops. And I mean, honestly, that's like a realistic giant move.
That's all you need.
He can't really do anything. He's got bad knees.
He's got terrible knees based on the way he's shuffling around. Damn, he really is.
And
he just keeps they're rapid chops though. Let me get up.
yeah, he's got those knife-edge chops.
There we go. Some hits in here. Turns into his chops too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's not the only thing. There's quite a few things here. Oh man, notice when he goes down, you totally unhinge his jaw. Oh. Alright, he's down. Bonus point, 5,000.
Oh man, this guy looks so good on my resume. Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, I gotta do more art of my own face. Because I gotta get me like laughing. And the other emotions. PogChamp.
PogChamp. Yeah, the key emotion of PogChamp.
The main human emotions are laugh, PogChamp, shock, anger, cry, laugh. I don't know, because it turned out indeed that I had secured an agreement for supper to be made by Danielle. So that's actually great news, because those avocados, like, at least a couple of them would work. Totally and I stopped at the grocery store earlier today, IRL, not in the metaverse. And the avocados, there weren't a lot of, like, you know, sometimes you go to the grocery store, you go, no, you don't know.
No, I have no
You
idea.
hate avocados.
I dislike avocados.
Just trust me. When you go, oh, come on, Linda, if that is your real name.
Well, this is knife throwing Linda, so maybe she likes to go by knife throwing Linda. Jeez, she's really. Speaking of knife throwing.
Oh man, she's good at the
ass kicked.
the essential counter to the sou-setsu-ken. It's just a
gotta get
crouch.
this guy before he throws his shovel.
Is that a throwing weapon?
He throws it.
Huh.
There we go.
Oof.
Yep, there he goes. He killed me with it.
So this is, yeah. So in some ways, as I was saying, this is not that different of a game from Double Dragon 1. Like similar graphics and certainly gameplay. Although they did make the leap backwards to the Renegade control scheme.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, I think we'll see a more drastic difference between NES Double Dragon 1 and NES Double Dragon 2.
You really throw them quite a distance when you do your spin kick as well. Nice.
Yeah, it's got some knockback. Oh, right. I remember this part where, like, a wheat thresher starts attacking us.
Yeah, that's coming.
Oh, man. So, the one... I'm still messing up directionality when I grab a knife. I always try to kick first for some reason. Eat this. Ah, damn it.
He didn't eat it.
I thought as long as it was still moving... Oh, we are totally.
Oh, yeah, we're playing River City.
We haven't discussed it in great detail, but my thought was that we'll go from here to Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta / the secret or sacred stones. And then I think it's time to do the where Renegade went, which is to...
God, this guy loves his log. He lines right to
I don't know the Japanese title offhand of River City Ransom. I mean, I know it's like Neketsu something something Kunio something. But I don't remember exactly what it is. I suppose we'll find it.
I'll check for the moose.
That's a River City Ransom reference.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
So, here's one thing though. Does it, like... When we played Renegade on the first episode of this show, and we checked out the origins of the beat 'em up, check it out on our YouTube page, folks.
Yeah, it's coming.
YouTube channel. It's not coming, it exists. It's there.
Check it out on 58 Dream
Check
Street.
it out.
On
Actually, you know
YouTube.
what? You know what? The beat 'em up episodes might not be live yet.
Check them out at the...
Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. There's something there that you'll enjoy. Okay. Oh, I was knocked down when it came, which kept me protected until... Aha! Nope. The timing is insidious here.
Wait for the light.
And then you gotta... Oh, come on.
Yep, if you jump when the light's going, then you get it.
I must jump just too early on. Whoops. Okay. Back in it. Experience I never had as a child. Unlimited quarters. Ah. I wish you could hit like a suplex or something when you got them in the hold. Because if you grab an enemy from behind by mistake...
Get him, bro!
I'm trying... Oh, come on.
You're doing nothing!
Oh! I got totally I got direction messed up there. Because I don't think you can kick them. I don't think you can kick a dude who's in the hold.
I agree.
And then when I tried to correct... Oh, man. I didn't get the jump timing on that once. The entire time there.
Alright, you gotta do something with it. Oh, you swing it like a normal person would swing a shovel.
Like this is...
But he throws it like a weapon and then it disappears from the screen.
Ah. Well, I think if I were to use a shovel personally in a fight, I would probably do an overhand gimmick.
You see what
Oh yeah, he just kind of whips it. Like, he's got like hammer throw rotation on it. Nah, just pitched the knife off into nowhere.
Good friend Rich, currently watching some hammer throws perhaps? But no, he's done on his solo one.
Yeah, I think he's already experienced that. I'm not sure how... I don't know. I mean, I get... Something I've never really thought about. I guess, like, he doesn't coach the hammer throwing, but...
No, but if he wanted to, he could watch the hammer throw.
Yeah. Oh. So I was the announcer once for the... for an athletic event at my institution. And... Which basically just meant I had a microphone connected to the athletic center's entire PA system, and I was mainly supposed to be saying like, you know, now it's the 60-meter dash because when you do it inside, it's a shorter dash.
Makes sense.
And then read the people's names. But I could do whatever I wanted, and for the most part, I don't know. I mean, people said it was funny, so like I said, I did a good job. The only part that I was particularly proud of was the women's hammer throw was ongoing, and I was walking past it, so I popped the mic on and I said, "We're checking out the women's hammer throw right now, and let me tell you folks, these ladies seem like they'd be terrible at bowling." And oh man, I was pleased with myself.
Please as punch.
Yeah, and especially because when I said the setup line, no, not the setup line, the punch line. I said the punch line, and then one of the lady hammer throwers like,
"Hey,
hello, Nerd
welcome.
Nexus Games." And all four, oh man, I gotta fix that animation. That's supposed to look like me like pumping my fists like that. I got the pumping in there, but it's not the right kind.
We are playing some Double Dragon 2: The Revenge.
Get Ev! Welcome! We're playing Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. A total change of pace from Starflight. Welcome. Well, I'm glad you're nerd rating.
Got a resurrection.
You know what, folks? Well, there are people who aren't that Ev, who have no idea what this is, what I do here, or who I am. I'll tell you my gimmick, which is broadly that I play games.
Mostly
on
of the
Twitch.
retro variety.
But yeah, I play a lot of classic games. I've been doing a lot of classic PC games. Started with the Ultima. I've done Ultima 5 and Ultima 6. I've done Star Control 2. And these are all blind Let's Plays. And right now I'm doing, on the weekends, Starflight on Saturdays and Heroes Quest / Quest for Glory on Sundays. And then on Tuesdays, when the stars align, me and my buddy Greg are playing beat-em-ups.
Welcome to Greg and James.
Greg and
Beat 'em
James,
up.
beat 'em up.
So we're making our way through the history of beat 'em ups. This is Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. We are currently invading the base.
We're early in the history.
Yeah.
Today we're going to check out this and then the NES port, which I've played many, many times. You ever played it at all, Greg?
I've never played it at all.
I'll say this. Oh no! Just took Billy right off the cliff. Very frustrating death. If you were paying your quarters for this, I can live with it. I mean, we will definitely beat this one.
Yeah.
Because it's arcade emulation. We have unlimited quarters. So with infinite lives, we can definitely win. I'm not sure we're gonna, because Greg, I just asked you this question, but did you say that you've never played?
Never played.
Yeah. So like, it's not impossible that we could beat it. I've certainly beaten Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, but I can't guarantee. We're gonna try that. Yeah, and then
His leg sweep move is...
next step, you might not be surprised to learn, is Double Dragon 3.
3! The Rosetta...
Yeah, and
Stone?
then
Yeah.
the Rosetta Stone in the arcades and the Sacred Stone in the NES port.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it's a huge divergence between port and NES one, but that Double Dragon 3 arcade is one that I've actually never played. I don't think. So, like I've played Double Dragon 3 in an arcade, but it was the NES one on a Play Choice 10. I've never played the original arcade version. I don't know what it's like.
Ooh, devastating kick.
I'll say in advance that Double Dragon 3 on NES, I think, has some really satisfying like engine.
Yeah.
Like the beat 'em up fighting is quite satisfying. But the game, like the level design, kind of just sucks. It's pretty dull. We'll see when we get there. And the difficulty is all out of whack.
God, the
weirdly
rabbit punching
unbalanced
first.
game.
Yeah, get over the edge. And now we got 2 of these guys.
Yeah, I'll say these dudes with sticks are gonna look way, not nearly as good in pure like pixel count, resolution, palette, but they'll look way cooler in the NES version. These guys just kind of look dorky.
I don't know. They've got a certain charm with the Asumi sticks.
Greg, now that Thedev showing up has put it in my mind. You want to hear my tale of woe and tragedy from Starflight on Saturday?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, so I fire up Starflight on Saturday. I'm good, 10 hours or so into the game, and Starflight is from 1987, so it is the classic style of code wheel based copy protection.
Yeah.
Like in this case, it's got a list of planets from the game, a list of artifacts from the game and a list of alien species from the game. It'll give you one item from each of those lists, and then you set it up on the code wheel, and you can see a code, and then you punch that code in. So obviously, yeah. In Lua, that's right. The worst kind of time travel. Why did you think that was gonna?
I thought I could pick it up because it's one of the kettlebells that somebody threw at us earlier.
No, that's a kettlebell of death. Oh man, yeah, like this horse shit. This is some of the worst shit that happens in fact, in a different way. Double Dragon 2 will also pull this shit where you're suddenly playing a game that's about dodging obstacles.
How could that possibly have hit me? I didn't do anything.
But it hurts all the more. Oh yeah, I told you this story.
Did you just fall off the
I
edge?
just walk right off the bottom. Way too easy to do that. Yeah, so I fire up the game, and, you know, GOG is not mailing everybody a freshly printed code wheel when they download this like $7 game. So they just have a little applet. They design an app, and it's just 3 drop-down menus. Pull it out, it gives you the code. So it tells me the 3 things, which I'll never forget. The staff, flat device, and ULAC. I enter those into the and I've watched the video. I got this right. I enter the code correctly, and it says, so yes, confirm to launch, and I say yes, and then for the first time ever it says, are you sure? And I'm like, well, I thought I was, but no, I'm not sure. And so then I like delete it, and I clear the menus, and I fill them out again. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this right. That's the code, and I type it in carefully, and I look, and I hit it, and it goes confirm, and I say yes, and then it lets me launch. So I thought, okay, great. That was weird, but we worked it out. Man, these guys, you can tell they've been waiting in those dark alcoves for a long time for someone to break into the Shadow Warrior base.
Yeah, they've
because
really...
they've got some issues here.
They need some melatonin.
Some skin issues, yeah. A little bit of sun. Soak up that sun, fellas. So yeah, it lets me off into space. I get into one regular encounter with an alien that turns out to be an enemy. They attack me. I defeat them. Cool. And then I'm like, man, I wish maybe I should have like scanned them before. I should have tried to learn something about them before they were attacking me. So I'm like, I'll do that if another one shows up. An encounter shows up. It pops up on the viewfinder, and we are surrounded by like a dozen ships. And I'm like, oh no, this is bad. And indeed, it was bad. They hail me. It's Interstellar Police. That's weird. I'm from Interstellar. But you see, oh no, 2 big dudes and a dude who I would call a big dude if he wasn't next to these real big dudes.
Yeah, this is the Andre the Giant problem.
This is yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, problem, but also it's how you can make.
It's how you sell a giant.
You can make Hulk Hogan into the sympathetic babyface. Waffle syrup, hello. Yeah, so yeah, it's Interstellar Police, and they suspect me of copyright theft.
What?
And they inform me if I move, if I do anything, if I engage my shields, if I try to leave, I will be destroyed. Now, in Starflight, because of what is actually, it turns out to be a bug that it has told me, it's not repeated in Starflight 2. In Starflight, if your ship is destroyed and your crew is killed, it instantly deletes your save game.
Oh, jeez.
And that's a bug. They were not trying to be cruel. And they wound up with a system that is crueler than any wizardry game. And, it was 1987. It's not like they'd be like, can't patch it. Greg Malone just, going through the phone book, just called, excuse me, ma'am, have you or anyone you know purchased Starflight? Here's the 5, I'll read these 5 pages of code to you. If you run these in the assembly, So I'm like, shit, I'm stuck. What am I gonna do? Well, good news. Thedev had warned me about the bug, and I had looked up which files to back up. It doesn't delete, it corrupts it. Makes sense, because the bug. But anyway, you're gonna be gone. Your save is gone if everyone dies. Fortunately, just waiting.
Just waiting
you
for
know
his
what?
chance.
That dude, and the problem for him is that in the Double Dragon universe, as we've learned, if you don't initiate an attack from the same plane as your enemy, it can't connect with them. from.
Yeah, because he
You
should
can't-
just be shooting.
You
at
can't
it.
jump up from a lower platform and kick a dude on a higher platform. And that sucked when we were trying to jump up and kick a dude. But it's great now because the Shadow Lord could just stand up there and shoot us until we were dead.
Yeah, endlessly.
It would be a much better fighting strategy.
These guys have made their outfits out of the same fabric, but gone in crazy different ways with it.
Yep.
This guy went to the yellow store.
Yeah, you really get a lot of sartorial flexibility in the Shadow Warriors. They don't have an official uniform or color palette. Yeah, so fortunately, Thedev had told me that I should have a backup, and I looked up which files to back up, and I found them, and I backed them up. So I just quit the game. And I immediately proceeded to... put my backup files in, and I go and I launch the game, and it loads up and it says, game not saved properly, quitting to DOS. Because this, and then just quits. Because this game was extremely sensitive, obviously, like, beyond the fact that they had a bug. Like, there's also just like, please, make sure that you save properly. Your save, it's all over. You can never play again. So, I am just, oh, damn. I was beating the shit out of the Shadow Lord in the corner until I grabbed him by the head. He is insured against
Head grabs?
Yeah, I got a hit on him.
Does the Shadow Lord have a robot mouth or a gray beard? I think he's supposed to have like a robot chin strap.
Yeah, I think he's got some kind of cybernetic shit going on. I don't know. We can look up some concept art, I bet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, come on. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean, granted, that's a reasonable depiction of... Oh, he's dead. A reasonable depiction of... Oh, and then that guy just ceases to exist? Okay, I'll finish the story once we've seen the exciting
amazing cut screen. Here we go. What's this?
Yeah, so the big difference here is that...
They're like,
the Shadow
fight
dudes.
each other?
Yeah, in Double Dragon 1 arcade, Billy and Jimmy, without bothering to get down the tied up Marion, fight for who gets to be her boyfriend now. Even though Billy was officially in canon her boyfriend at the start of the game.
God, they throw these lightning bolts?
Yeah.
These guys are quarter meters. These guys are like, you got to the end?
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
I'm doing okay against mine. So, yeah, that's weird. I definitely saved properly in this backup because it was the same save file that we loaded at the start. That's strange. I try it again. It doesn't work. I'm like, Thedev and some other kind of people, like, Thedev's like, all right, let me start looking into this for you. I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay. And I proceed. I'm like just messing around. I'm looking in the folder structure. Yeah, they're constantly writing data and stuff, so it's really touchy if you didn't do a proper save. But what I figured out...
Hey, welcome
Spit F! Thank you! Gotta fix that animation.
You're so excited, though.
I mean, I definitely look excited, but it's just not quite... It's not quite the... I was going for this. And I see now that the point is that you wouldn't point your fist back down. You wouldn't rotate your elbow like that if you were pumping your fist like that. I'm learning anatomy from first principles as I learn pixel art. Mm-hmm. Had I just paid attention, I'm sure like grade 5 art class covered this shit. Oh, totally. Well, the real good one is the subscriber one, which is a separate animation.
Yeah. Subscribe and then you'll see the really good one.
That's really... Okay, so they just weren't... They weren't putting the game in the random access memory. That's very strange. I'm sure there's a reason for it, even if the reason is just like, what the fuck did we know about making a game? No, just a follower. Yeah, the subscribe one, you get a really excited me who's jumping up and down.
Yeah.
To represent the fact that I like when people give me money.
Yep. It's the thing James loves most of all.
It's a fascinating method. I mean, look, the game is so good. Like, these guys, like, even to the extent that they didn't know what they were doing, they knew what they were doing. In fact, I read a bit of an interview with Greg Malone where he was like, I had no experience and barely knew what I was doing, and I stumbled my way to this, like, really cool system that allows for an emergent storyline through, like, non-linear gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what it turned out happened. I'm just clicking around in the folder, And separate from you go into the game files, and there's a folder called Play, which is where all the game files are stored. Turns out there's then a whole other one called the Cloud, which also has a subfolder called Play. And if your GOG Galaxy app is connected to the Cloud, it's never touching the regular files. It's using the ones in the Cloud folder exclusively. So when I found those, I was like, okay, and I pasted my backups in there, and the game loaded. Like, okay, thank goodness. Let's go and see like what's going on here. I go to the ship. I just have a starter ship. Like it has level 1 engines and that's it. I go to the personnel. There is no personnel. No personnel record. Because, you can see here what happened. I created those backups from a virgin file that the game had never touched or modified because it was using the Cloud one. And then when I pasted those backups into the proper folder, it got the game working again. Because now we had functional save files, but they were functional save files not because they had been saved properly at the end, but because they had been, what am I, the thing I'm trying to say here?
I wish to God these guys had a health bar. Just so I could know if I've done anything.
I just can't imagine what has happened.
You're frozen.
I froze, but in so freezing, I've trapped him. Oh, he's free, but I stay frozen.
He's not free. He's just jumping back
and
forth. Oh, yeah.
He was free, but as soon as he attacked me again, he's stuck in the same loop. Well, it's up to you now, Jimmy.
I'll save you.
Anyway, so there I was.
Let's try to free him, and then maybe he'll...
My save game is gone forever. And... Man, I was gonna... Yeah, my save game was gone forever, and it was time for the cat's lunch. So I was like, you know what, folks, gotta take an intermission. And I was just like, at this point, I was just like soaked. I was just covered with rage sweat. Live on Twitch, just flustered as hell. I was like, I'll decide if I have the will to carry on while I feed the cats. And I decided I did.
What has happened to you, my man?
I'm just stuck. I exist for the purposes of flagging my dark shadow to attack me. Which, when you finally get out your shadow, should make it pretty easy for you to win the rest of the fight.
Yeah. Got him.
Oh, but what if he reforms? Oh, no. What I thought was just a bit of his face staying on the floor is actually just Billy's fist. Yeah, this guy's not going to aggro to you. So
there you go.
You're overthinking it.
I'm just trying to get lined up to do spin kicks.
There you go. All right.
There we are. Come on.
Boom. Straight kick, roundhouse.
So anyway.
Straight kick, roundhouse. So I started again, and here's what it turned out. Because the reason I decided, okay, I can do this. I can start again. Because I was like, well, some of this time was learning how to play the game. Now I know how to play the game. Okay. Will Billy get to participate in the ending? He does. He unstuck there. Okay. The big ending. Oh, right. We've already seen the ending because we played this last week.
Just a memory.
Now it's official. Yeah. So then you get to see a picture of them in happier times before the Shadow Lord just walked up and gunned her down on a
and we
Mary
get to
down
see
the
that
city
both
street.
of them have some truly horrendous hair.
And no, we don't need to register our score, thank you. And then she for some reason she's the one from the picture who cries a single tear. She's dead.
Yeah.
The pain now is Billy and Jimmy's. Depending canonically on whether you or your friend won that fight at the end of Double Dragon 1. And yeah, but alright, Double Dragon 2 The Revenge arcade port. Very similar to Double Dragon 1. Like,
yeah, with the big exception engine. Of the control scheme.
Yeah. Control scheme changed, but the level design principles are very similar. The Shadow Lord's lair is identical.
Yes, the Shadow Lord himself is identical.
We don't need to swap this board out. It's the same guy. He's got the same... What, build a new lair in a single year? That'd be stupid.
We got a guy that shoots a gun. Why would we get rid of him?
Yeah. For some reason, like, the street they live on is different. Yeah. Even though they have the same garage. But
they moved.
But they get to... Yeah. Anyway. But besides that, very, very similar game. Mm-hmm. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge could not reasonably just use the engine that they had made for Double Dragon 1 on NES. Because as we discussed and experienced in the Double Dragon 1 episode... due to his unfamiliarity with the NES hardware, the programmer, in order to get it to work, cut the game down so that it's a one player at a time game, and you only ever fight 2 enemies at a time, and they're always the same 2 enemies.
They're always the same 2
and
dudes.
their weapon must disappear when they're unloaded. And it runs about as smooth as any beat 'em up on the NES has ever ran. So good job there. But it wasn't quite there. So to make it more like the arcade experience, and especially to let 2 people play at once, because come on, it's Double Dragon, they had to go back to the drawing board, which we're now going to go check out.
Yeah. God, the anticipation of you taking that sip.
Oh man, I was anticipating the hell out of that.
Oh my god.
And it was great.
It
When
really
finally
built.
happened,
It built and built.
I was thrilled. Okay, so I got to change the filter here. We have a arcade game filter and an NES game filter.
Cool.
Very, very subtle differences, but...
Alright, let's
Alright,
go.
here we go to the Nintendo Entertainment System. And once this will not be the same buttons, but
Great.
it will preserve the left-right thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because A will be to the right and B will be to the left.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no jump button.
Oh, you cannot jump.
You can jump by pressing A and B at the same time.
Great.
Okay,
Here we go.
it's up here somewhere, right? I mean, I know it's on here.
Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. What a cover.
Yeah, it's a terrific game cover. Let's just go back and appreciate that for one more moment.
Yeah.
Look at that. Absolutely terrific. The Double Dragons look way cooler than they did in that ending graphic.
They look way cooler than they do in that ending graphic.
And they're respecting the NES palette, the NES 2-character palette principles. We beat it totally with our unlimited quarters. So here's the real challenge. So this game is going to be way different than Double Dragon 1 in its gameplay. Let's watch and see if there's a cinematic here. I can't remember. But also, it'll have some real differences from the arcade version. And it breaks away from the arcade more than Double Dragon 1 did. Like, Double Dragon 1 largely used the same mission structure
yeah.
as
They
the
just
arcade
changed
version. With an added cave, like the shitty cave part. Okay, obviously nothing happens here.
Alright,
Okay.
okay. 2-player A.
Okay, so the difference between A and B is friendly fire. Let's just turn it off at
Sure,
first here.
yeah.
And let's start out on Warrior. We're not going on practice. The mode where you get kicked out of the game after like level 4 and it's like, alright,
Alright.
now step it up.
Yeah, we're not
We'll-
Supreme Masters.
We'll just do
for sure.
Warrior for now.
Alright, cool.
Alright, in 19XX, violence ruled the streets of New York City after the nuclear war. Even with the crime syndicates growing bigger every year, 2 young men were brave enough to challenge them. While their names were Billy and Jimmy Lee, people called them the Double Dragons.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's good, and yet the dragons had one terrible enemy. To fight against him was the destiny and fate of the Double Dragons. One day, Shadow Warriors attacked the city and Billy's girlfriend Marion was killed. To be honest, the murder has more gravitas. Here. Way more.
Ooh. Wow, yeah, it really does.
And we get like this like Ninja Gaiden style. The Double Dragons swore to avenge her death. Let's go, Double Dragons. In the arcade, it's kind of goofy because it repeats the exact 3 dudes walk up to Marion thing from the first game, except the
These guys
Shadow
still do
Lord
flips.
just comes with them with his gun and just kills her.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. Whereas here, it's a real like.
Honestly, it was a great picture of Marion as well.
It's honestly like it's not like it is an actual NES soundtrack, but like it really got a smooth criminal feel to that scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Marion's 3 syllables, so you can't just fit it in. But okay,
You could,
like that's what that like. You can just all you got was her being afraid and the creepy dude with the sick grin on his face. But that was enough that you get like, oh man, like she was running, trying to get away. Man, enemies go down really easy. The primitive.
I'm having a lot more. I'm finding this easier than the arcade.
It's definitely easier than the arcade so far. And I think probably permanently.
Fine.
Because it's just not operating on the same principle of we gotta get more quarters every few minutes.
Gotta get more quarters.
But also this, I don't know, we might be kind of simplifying the difficulty for ourselves here by playing on Warrior. Maybe Supreme. It might be a situation like Mega Man 2, where normal is actually an easy mode, and you have to go on difficult to get the Japanese mode because they were like, Nintendo was America was like, well, you don't understand.
Notorious.
American children are stupid.
They're stupid and they hate things that might be difficult.
That's what.
Also, we gotta make. I dodged it.
Good job.
Well,
Also, it's possible that there might still be friendly fire with weapons, but probably not. Oh, that's a sweet move, by the way, that you should make note of. If you watch, jump, land. Maybe you might only be able to trigger if there's someone there to hit. Jump, land, forward attack while you're still in the duck landing, and you do like a sweet uppercut. And there's a part of the game where understanding how to execute that move. Oh, damn. Because I was down there, this guy spawned. However, he'll use the ladder. So, obviously, we got some flicker here.
Yeah, we've got some serious flicker.
We got a fair amount of flicker.
Fine.
It's just just you wait until... Because I figure if we're going to do, River City Ransom, or the probably Japanese version, but if we're going through some Kunio games... we're probably gonna do. I don't actually know. So,
hey!
Yeah, here's our dude.
He looks pretty good. His helmet does look a lot more like a VR set, but
and he doesn't have hair, which makes him look way less gross.
Oh, I can interrupt the holding you up thing though. Nope, apparently I can't. It's just been a coincidence.
Yeah.
Hey, but he still does that.
Yeah.
And he still comes back.
Yeah, and there's no. In the arcade version, the resurrecting thing is playing off having earlier planted the seed when he just dissolved and died. But I think that's the only time this guy appears in this game. So it's just, they're escaping in that chopper. You'll never make it.
Yeah, this is a very different structure so far.
Yeah.
Because we just start on the rooftop in the arcade version.
Yeah. I think that, we get some way cooler designs here. Like the rooftop side-scrolling level here.
Fee 1, I'd like to live here.
Penthouse 1.
Penthouse 1, again.
Although I don't understand why this whole thing is called Penthouse. Although, you know what? Where I was living prior to this, my apartment was, my official apartment number, instead of 916, because it was on the 9th floor, was, Penthouse 16. Right, this gimmick. The only way to avoid it is to know that it's there and prompt it to come up, but then immediately climb back down the ladder. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh.
So you get, as you might imagine, significantly less flicker on one-player mode, because the enemy count is not increased. It's just having another dude with a separate palette on screen at the same time.
Come on.
Drives it crazy. But if we're gonna play the game known only so far as Riki Kunio, which is not the name of it, but that's what they called the ROM back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the game. It is a game where Riki and Kunio are on the same team, which is not necessarily super common in the sports games. But there's a 2-on-2 fighting league Kunio game, which is it uses possibly even slightly more advanced controls and movesets than the River City Ransom games. But it's a flicker nightmare. It's not super dodgeball bad, but it's pretty rough.
I want to go in this helicopter.
Okay, yeah, so the two stick sword guys. Yeah, look at these dudes.
Holy.
See how these guys are just substantially cooler than their equivalent?
Well, they look way more like ninjas, and they also look like these are the guys who killed Marion.
Yeah, and they're doing these backflips and shit.
Well, the run they're doing is ninja 100%.
Yeah, they got Naruto run before Naruto existed. Naruto does the whatever these guys are called run.
Mm-hmm. Oop. The roof raised a little bit when that helicopter took off.
Is the camera. The camera boom is connected to the building somehow.
Mm-hmm. Hold it! You'll never escape from us! G-R-A-S-P! Grasp!
Grasp! And then presumably, Jimmy jumped up and grabbed Billy's ankle. The chopper escaped into the neon-filled night.
Mission 3, Battle in the Chopper.
This is a great level. This is iconic. It is just a fight in a helicopter. There's no other room to scroll to. Watch out, because occasionally the airlock door will open and you can get killed.
Yeah, thanks.
I tried. I waited just a little bit too long.
You just kind of get sucked out. So
Yeah.
I will not
Yeah.
stand close to that. I mean, as you would.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Like, except for the fact that, like, this is not how the doors on aircraft work. Like, just periodically pop and open.
I like that they can get sucked out.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. And especially, as you'll see soon, there's a reason why it's especially great.
Nice.
Yeah, so I guess the moveset in a lot of ways is simpler here than Double Dragon, but we do have, for NES, but we do have the sense
Hello.
a Bobo with hair.
He is a Bobo with hair.
But anyway,
100%.
obviously,
Let's just get
this
him.
is the glory moment for the helicopter door. But you gotta bait him over here first.
Yeah.
And get him down at just the right moment. It's not easy.
No!
Ha!
Hey! Well, my sacrifice was not in vain.
When I was a kid, I always thought
Oh,
it was
I'm done.
just... Oh, man. That it didn't take all his hit points away, and so he, like, came back.
No, there's just two
No,
Bobos.
because, like, as an adult, I've at least once actually just beaten a Bobo in the fight, and there are just two of them. That's, you know,
That's the
that's
Bobo.
the reach advantage. It makes sense. But there, that's the uppercut.
Nice.
Great move. That's like a Mortal Kombat uppercut. Or rather, Mortal Kombat uses Double Dragon uppercuts. Chopper is landing on a mysterious island.
We should go undersea base. This is structurally a much better, I think,
Yes.
game
Oh, yeah.
than Arcade. Now it is just a solo game at this point. I'm completely out.
You're
Game
dead.
still has 3 lives.
I'm going to
so.
carry the torch here. Unless, like, do you want to get more of your first Double Dragon experience here? Like, I don't mind letting you have Billy.
No. Please,
Okay.
I'd rather see how it
How
goes.
the pros do it. Oh, just getting friggin' donkey punched again and again.
Yeah. I will say, as we journey into beat 'em ups, I am hoping to become better at this style of game.
Yeah.
Because I am a turn-based connoisseur.
So this style of game, do you just mean, you don't even specifically mean beat 'em ups, you just mean action?
I mean action games, yeah.
Well,
The most action games I play are the Zelda games, which can be difficult for sure, but...
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is that once we're through the early Double Dragon series here, if River City Ransom, or, you know,
Kunio, Kun...
I gotta know. Hold on. We're pausing for just a second. This is not anybody's favorite content.
No, Googling's the best content.
Me going to Wikipedia here.
Also, why are you doing it while I'm not playing? I could totally
Yeah,
have
why didn't I
Googled
just
it.
say Google it, Greg?
Google
okay,
it,
hold
Greg.
on. Do. Oh, come on. It just doesn't give me the Japanese name
No.
on the Wikipedia page.
It must.
Why? Like, it must be down there somewhere.
I'll find it. Go back to the game.
Alright.
Let's get back
Is
to
this
content.
the one that's just called Niketsu Downtown Special? I'm not sure. One of them is called something along those lines. Anyway, here we are.
Later released as Street Gang.
Street gangs in Europe, yeah. They mentioned the 2 localization names and not the original name in the header of the Wikipedia page. What the hell is that? Come on. Alright, here we are. Alright, so this part of the game, another little twist in the level design.
Yes, so it is downtown Nikutsu story.
Yeah. So not only are we once again trapped in side-scrolling,
Yeah.
we have a spike ceiling. So,
So far, the spike ceiling is not.
well,
Well, you can't jump.
I can't jump. And also, uppercuts are murder now. That in fact, literally, it's a Mortal Kombat fatality
Yep.
that any character can
Hello.
do. Yeah, then we get this guy.
I'm liking
Like-
this guy.
He's kind of like a hybrid of Doofy Jeans giant and the real big giants.
Yeah.
Like, he's like the middle ground between them.
He's got his chops. I will say, This guy is interesting, but I do love the dark glasses, suspenders.
Oh yeah,
Giant. Wait,
that guy is.
There's a look.
Yeah. And then obviously we hate this bullshit. Come on. I mean, like, it's not too bad.
This is easier than what
yes. But
it does. It's the difference is it's not designed just to steal quarters unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now maybe next time when you get to this point, you'll remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Come on.
I was hoping she would step onto her own grenade. Oh, no.
There we go.
Yeah, you can take so much damage here so fast because of those damn spikes.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
I don't know why he missed me with the knife, but I'm glad he did.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Gave me a chance to stab him and his friend in the face. I guess because I was actively punching. In the arcade, you can actively kick a knife and it'll go back at the guy. We still have the...
Yeah, we still have their weapons despawn.
Now that
Bobo.
the key here for fighting this Abobo without getting just absolutely massacred is really hard to pull off.
What is it?
It's... If you can do a jump in the little area and then hit him with the uppercut. But alternately, once you get him down, it's all about punches. Because you need the... You can also land an uppercut when you're just getting up, if you get the timing right. But you also have to hit him for it to work, as you might have inferred.
Oh yeah, I've...
The whole concept of things working. If a move of any kind is going to work in any case, it's got to hit.
Come on. Nope. He's so quick is the issue as well.
Yeah.
He really throws a stiff-legged kick.
Yeah, like that's a big boot, but delivered with the force of a kick.
There we go.
He doesn't need you to be running. I would have liked to have not lost a life there so I could get my... Yeah. How's that for a platforming trick? You enter this room on the conveyor belt that will immediately drop you in the pit.
Nice.
Oh no. Okay, sorry, I'm not accepting that bullshit. I will not save state cheat or rewind cheat to make up for bad fighting, like with that Abobo. But I'm not taking No, I'm 37 years old. I've had enough late game Double Dragon 2 platforming puzzle deaths in my life. I don't need that shit. This is the best storyline part. Where does this path lead us? We've got to go. No choice but to go on. Though this is the way to certain death. Mission 5.
Death.
The Forest of Death. Man, I kind of didn't even know this town had a Forest of Death.
I mean, it makes sense. We're in a post-apocalyptic world. This is just,
Yeah. And there was, of course, a forest level in the original Double Dragon. I'm not sure if that was also set in... Like, it would make sense if we are saying that the Shadow Lord's lair is still in the same place. Although getting to the lair was way more of an ordeal for the boys here. This always misleads me into thinking that there's an up path. There is not. You must go down. Oh, wait, sorry. I just... Host rule, no horse shit. If you jump down from the wrong spot, the screen doesn't scroll fast enough so you die.
Oh, that is bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry, nope. I don't have time for that. Okay, here's another dumb platforming thing. Okay, can I get the screen to scroll adequately? Only downwards. Okay.
Slightly.
So, because I gotta fight some maybe Lindas. In fact...
I'd call them Lindas.
Well, hold on, Greg. Could I ask you to quickly look up the names of all the enemies in Double Dragon 2?
Alright. Double Dragon 2 enemies. There's almost surely a wiki. There it is. The DoubleDragon.fandom.com.
Yep, makes sense.
Citing my sources here, as you always should.
Yep. Thank you, fans, for making this wiki for us. I mean, it's one of those things.
This is all Double Dragon enemies, although we can just very quickly see which ones they're in. So, okay, so Jeff is not in Double Dragon 2. He's only in Double Dragon 2 the arcade.
Okay.
So who is...
More than anything...
No, there was only one female enemy and they are always Linda.
Okay. So that is just Linda got a makeover. Linda was like, why am I walking around dressed like a dominatrix who has mom hair? Or aunt hair? And honestly, it's a fair sartorial question to ask yourself. Oh, Bobo. Out here, where your clever plan of ducking my kicks just sets you up for my devastating uppercuts. Oh no, I did not mean to do this. Works the same.
The guys with spikes on their shoulders are called Roper.
Yep. Okay, so that's just Roper.
Yeah.
Roper's in the first one. He doesn't have spike pads. He does otherwise look like the shoulder spike pad dudes. Oh no, here's the stick guys.
Oh, do you know the Shadow Lord's real name?
No, but I want to.
It's Willy.
Oh right, yes, I did know that.
The stick guys.
Billy and Willy, arch enemies.
Yep.
Okay, so no, those much cool. I mean, those stick guys did also look cooler than the stick guys, but I don't think that was the same sprite.
No. The ninja dudes were clearly meant to be
the murderer guy.
the murderer
Opening
guy.
cutscene.
Yeah.
So this thing's infuriating. This is so stupid.
What is the?
It's a platforming challenge where the heart of it is that I must get past those 3 pipes without getting hit by the steam on a single go. Well, of course, there's conveyor belts and the whole thing is moving.
Those guys who we find fascinating, by the way, are called ninja.
Well, I mean, okay, that's a very descriptive
It is what it is.
You get, I mean, as advertised, you get what you were promised when Ninja shows up to the party. Yes, I'm up. That wasn't bad. I've had much longer, slower experiences with that particular platform challenge. And it's frustrating because the steam does a tiny amount of damage.
Yeah.
So you are slowly getting game over.
Ooh. These guys are called right arms.
Right arms, huh?
Yeah. That was well.
Yeah, so these are not all the enemies are just different versions.
This is a new enemy. This guy and Ninja are unique to this port. This dude is supposed to be the rockabilly looking guy.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Although he's got the move set of the static giant dude. Super easy to beat here because he won't use his move against me, but I can hit him from a different plane. Where in the world are we? There's evil in the air. Mansion of terror. And one of the double dragons looking badass. This is just a straight up better game than the arcade version.
I agree.
I don't think, except for just raw graphical horsepower, I don't think the arcade version has anything on this game that I can think of. Oh no. But we're not dealing with this platform bullshit.
No.
I mean, I'll deal with it. I'm not going to save scum through the challenges. But I am doing them with unlimited lives. Especially because, we started introducing Mega Man platform puzzles in a game where you jump by pressing A and B at the same time.
Yeah, not intuitive.
And your dude has a delay when he lands, you can't jump again while he's in the crouch. It's some real bullshit. Oh! Do you see the eyes?
I see the eyes.
And they're animated. Very cool.
Yeah, I will say that they are animated, yeah. This is some good pixel artwork.
It's a terrific game.
Yeah, huh?
I think this is... I think of the first 6 Double Dragon games. If we take Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3 in both arcade and NES.
Yeah.
I think this is heads and tails, head and shoulders above the rest. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Head and shoulders, knees, and...
I mean, we'll see. Maybe we're going to play Double Dragon 3 the Rosetta Stone and I'm going to be like, holy shit. But I kind of suspect we're going to play Double Dragon 3 the Rosetta Stone and be like, yeah, this is just more Double Dragon 1 and 2 arcade.
Also, according to concept artwork, Willy just has a graying beard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
Not a
like,
weird moth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. You want to talk about fucking horseshit? Why? What is this adding to the experience?
No.
And what is it earning the developers? Nothing. They're not getting extra quarters out of me. I guess maybe they're... No, because they don't make any money off the rentals.
Nah.
First time.
Well done.
Holy moly. I'm pleased with myself.
You nailed the timing of when you're supposed to.
Billy, from here on, it's too dangerous.
You've been dead for a long time.
What do you mean it's too dangerous? Are you about to tell me? No. Okay. I think I heard Marion's voice. That's impossible, or is it? Just one sentence. I think that comma probably should have been an ellipse.
Yeah.
That's impossible, or is it?
Could
Oh,
be.
good. Conveyor belts above fucking spikes.
And the teeniest conveyor belt. There we go. Nice. First
try.
try.
First try. Okay.
Beat up this red hand.
Now, we're just beating dudes up. I know about that. We're still... Oh, but look at the gimmick of this area. Oh, hey.
The platform is slowly vanishing.
Ah, damn.
He does come back.
Yeah, I mean, I
did
should
it.
have remembered that. Now, you do not do your gimmick. Don't do the gimmick, man. Ah, he goes down pretty quick after the first go, though.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he needed.
Especially the mighty uppercut.
Open the door.
Come on. There we go. We're through. Oh, good. Gears. Oh, come on. I should have remembered all of this.
Do the gears hurt you if they're spinning?
No, but they dump you.
Yeah.
But the jumping spikes hurt you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key is, this one is not a, like, wait and get the timing right. It's a get the fuck through while there's a big opening for you. Because otherwise this is going to happen.
Linda's last name is Linda Lash, according to the Battletoads and Double Dragons crossover.
So problematically hilarious to watch the Lindas get beaten up in... Yeah, it's a little over the top. Like, holy moly, dude. Like, Shadowlord, if you just designed if you just had a single bridge that disappeared faster than this, you could take the Double Dragons out without any need for, like, and then we shall install a room of gears and leaping spikes.
But why, sir?
Because revenge is a dish best served real frustrating.
There you go.
Okay, no boss. I was like, if a Bobo comes out here, I'm screwed. Yeah, we can still only... Yeah, we gotta always fight pairs of the same people. But it feels... I mean, the fact that you can have a partner with you makes it feel better.
Yeah,
And-
side with that. I wish I
Oh,
could
it's okay.
rejoin somehow.
I mean, you know, it also helps that it's a terrific game. I'm having a bunch of fun right now.
Mhm. I love that these guys still do backflips. Nice.
Yeah. Boom. Knife in the face.
So can you pick up the bombs before they explode?
Yep.
Great.
It does, of course, always. It raises the risk that the TNT will go off in your hand. A direct hit on you.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Scaring so much dynamite that when you beat him down, some of it just spills out of him, and the fuse lights on him.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys just they do look much cooler
Mm-hmm.
in this version. They do have like the same clothes and everything, but they don't have the same hair, and this is better ninja hair.
A lot of these guys appear in the River City Girls series as well.
Huh, that makes sense. We'll be checking that out decades from now. We'll probably get there in less of our chronological time, but
A boar is the
decades
name.
along in the history of the beat 'em up.
So I'm just digging through wikis trying to find everyone's name. A boar is the name of the rockabilly dude.
What's the name of the Snake Plissken looking dude?
That's Bolo.
Yeah, that
He is
name.
modeled after Bolo Yang, who played Mr. Han's bodyguard in Enter the Dragon.
Oh, neat. I mean, that's one thing that we got to give to the arcade version of this game over this. So this guy's a boor?
A boor. A-B-O-R-E.
Ooh! Big
That's
chop. Great set. Oh, he does a shoulder tackle too. So yeah, he's got a more diverse moveset than the chopping giant. I guess it would have been a technical challenge to have an extra size of giant on the NES.
Yeah.
You get a lot of flicker. Okay, goons, where's your slimeball boss hiding? Ha! 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 You'll never defeat our boss. You'll only destroy yourselves. Mission 8. The Double Illusion. The Shadow Lord certainly lives in opulence.
Okay, actually, that a boar is supposed to be
The giant.
the giant. The other dude, the rockabilly dude, is called O'Hara.
O'Hara.
Yeah.
Alright. Fair enough.
It's just that I'm seeing here that a boar on the NES resembles O'Hara, who is apparently is composed partly of the same sprites as a boar. His head is the same without sunglasses, apparently. They do not look the same.
Yeah, hold on. Whose head is supposed to be the same?
A boar's head is the same as O'Hara's.
I do not think that's true. We can... I don't know. That just doesn't seem right.
It's saying
Seems wrong to me.
A boar in the second NES game has the same moves as his namesake from the arcade version, but his appearance resembles that of O'Hara, and a Bobo head swap from the arcade version. Oh, a Bobo! I was just misreading it. He's got the same body as a Bobo, but they gave him a proportional head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like O'Hara.
This guy has no concept of how to take advantage of his superior reach. A Bobo has the experience. Oh! Okay, there you go. You can't start bragging in the middle of a fight about how your opponent doesn't understand how to use his reach advantage.
Yeah, and then he immediately.
Yeah.
He is a Bobo.
But if he had conferred with a Bobo before the fight, a Bobo would have been like, "Your arm is longer than his leg. Just chop him."
Nice. And that uppercut sends them so high into the air.
And listen, if you hit a man who weighed 200 pounds more than you in the stomach, hard enough to hoist him more than 6 feet into the air easily.
8 or 9 feet.
Yeah, I don't care how well-conditioned his abs are. That dude is dead.
Yeah.
Hey, once again, the Shadow Lord does maintain a very consistent, like...
So these guys are ninjas.
They are that's true.
In both spirit and name, they are ninjas.
Aha! Oh,
No.
Yes. I can't tell. Because I don't know if there was a third one. But it certainly looked like one of the ninjas just jumped off the bottom of the screen to his death.
Yeah, it certainly did.
These guys are way harder to fight with a Z-axis.
Yeah, they really are.
At the end of the heliport level, you fight them on top of a building, and canonically, the tops of buildings are very narrow in post-apocalyptic New York.
Everything's a gridiron building, and that's it.
Do I get one more? Yeah.
Nope, you get one more.
As we said when I was a kid, does 0 count in this game? I suppose the sophisticated way to say it would be like, is that a rest or a count? Because if it's a count, I'd be game over. I've got no lives. But if it's a rest,
God,
0 lives. Haha! Okay.
No, I think he just...
I think I'm fighting for these dudes. Just on the principle of my long belief... Okay, I'm never going to hit that guy. That a Bobo was respawning from partial hit points when he fell out of the helicopter, only to later discover that no, there's 2 Bobos there. Well, this will give us the answer. Actually, no.
No, it wouldn't.
It could have No, it couldn't have done anything, because it could have been 5 guys, 6 guys.
Well, it's not going to be 5 guys. Let's think logically here. Everything's been in 2s.
2s, yeah.
What would prove it if this guy goes off the edge and is not replaced?
Yeah. Dude, could you please Suicide. He looks like he might. He's really...
He's thinking about
Man.
it. Damn.
Imagine, like, the cardio on these guys.
Yeah, they're doing so many flips. More flips than a spider's man.
Ah, man. I should never ever go on Facebook.
No, why would you?
I don't know. Well, because the algorithm has learned how to serve up public pages that will piss me off. So I scroll and I'm like, oh, I bet some idiot is saying some fucking stupid thing in these comments. Oh, hey, and it's this in the end. In some ways, a less dramatic reveal. Like, it didn't have the whole, like, he emerges.
Mm-hmm.
But just this... Ooh, that was cool. Just the switch of the colors. Oh, no.
Oh, we can do that in this version, too? Hate it.
Well, we gotta hope for... If he's just a little weaker, I can win here. I should... Why did I open my mouth?
It's good that they don't spawn two, because I'm not that.
Yeah, this might be the only part of the game where enemy spawn rates... Okay. It's avoidable if you just start frantically jumping.
Yeah. I found that out on the arcade version.
Ah!
He does not like
And once
being
again,
grabbed by the head.
Yeah, bosses are almost always grab immune.
He's throwing Hadouken. Which do look a lot better than what the...
Well...
Game over.
I gave it the old college try.
You got very far.
Are there continues? There are not.
No, continues.
Okay. How are you doing time-wise?
I'd say 36. We can play some more.
Want to do it again? Want to see if we're Supreme Masters?
No.
I mean, we're not even warriors.
Let's see if we can be warriors.
Okay. But let's play honest and make it so we have to avoid punching each other.
Sounds good.
All right. We're stepping it up. Here we go.
Punch it in the face.
So we set out from our garage, just like last time.
Yeah.
Although, you know, we don't necessarily know that Marion was at the garage when she was killed.
No, she could have been at the grocery store.
I like the commitment to having Marion also dressed like a kind of like trashy post-apocalyptic girl.
Yeah.
Like, they're not.
I'll stand by the fact Marion looked good in that cuts.
Yeah. The cutscenes in this game are great. The relatively simple NES graphics, you know, I think it was Ninja Gaiden that first did it, but they found the way to make compelling cinematic cut screens on the NES, and it's all like just dramatic shots with minimal animation.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, if you need some, like, do some different frames, or you know, do a wide slow pan across a ninja's eyes, across Hayabusa's eyes. There's much you can do. Ooh, Double Dragon 3 is on NES is gonna be a tough one in terms of experiencing the content while playing honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that out there. It's weird. Like, no system of lives. Rather, just the system of when a character is defeated, they are deleted from the game. And so that means at the start of the game, you either have 2 lives spread across 2 players because you're playing 2-player mode and you have Billy and Jimmy, or you have 1 life for 1 player because you're in 1-player mode, you're playing as Billy.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of like level, I think it's just level 2, but it's not easy to get through level 1 on a single life. If you get to the end of level 2 and you haven't lost a life, then a character joins your party. And you can switch between the characters. So now you've got 2 lives. And then there are 2 characters that ultimately join. So you can get 2 extra lives in that sense. And then, very late in the game, you earn a single continue.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice anyway, having a
It's just weird though, because the learning curve is you must become very, very, very good before you can have a second life. Before you're allowed to lose a life without being kicked back to the start. You cannot experience most of this game until you get very, very good at it. And then when you're great, we'll let you get game over once and keep trying. But until then, like, sorry kids, you need to play stage 1 again and again and again and again and again, because it's a pretty hard game. The fighting is much tougher. And I can confirm, having played this on Supreme Master more than 0 times.
Just giving in the chopper! You'll never make it!
Go for broke. That's excellent. Just terrific game. Oh, sorry. That's just a love tap.
No, it's okay.
Brotherly love tap.
Brotherly love.
These dudes have really well-defined shoulder blades.
Oh. God.
One thing that Dark Souls inherited from the Double Dragon series is intense vulnerability when you're on a ladder.
Yeah. There we go.
My crowning PvP.
Yeah.
Let's say PPV, but that's a whole different thing.
Oh shit. No, I'm going.
Thank God, I just barely made the landing. In this, helicopter bullets aren't super damaging. It's mostly just the risk of being tossed off the building by them.
Yeah.
Don't get grenaded.
Oh! Thanks.
I tried.
No, I saw it a moment before you said something, but it was too late.
Dude cartwheeled right in. Oh man, that dude took my lead pipe. I gotta walk over to him and get it. Oh man, that didn't work. I better cartwheel over to him to get it back. Oh man.
God, there's just no winning.
I'm dead now. Barf. In River City Ransom, the bad guys all exclaim something when you beat them, and one of the things they can exclaim is barf.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing much better, because I died in the helicopter fight, and look where I'm at now.
We aren't at the helicopter fight. Oh, you mean you got game over?
I got game over during the helicopter fight, and we're almost in the helicopter fight now.
Yeah.
Just gotta get through these final wave!
And we gotta make sure that you're not taking a death.
Yeah. The helicopter really killed me a number of times.
Okay, so jumping forward kick is just jump and prep regardless. Oh no, not regardless of direction. No, I don't know.
Jimmy!
I've never been entirely clear on how a sou-setsu-ken is triggered. I've always just kind of mashed jump again and again. Oh, yeah. Catch you up on the story, folks. They managed to grasp the ladder.
Yeah, it was very
And
dramatic.
then the chopper escaped into the neon-filled night. Stay away from
My hands are kicking my butt. What was that? Stay away from what?
the door. You just lost a life.
I know.
Like, you just gotta fight over here.
I know.
Dude.
I know.
Oh, no, not after I just lectured Greg. There we go.
No, not like this.
Yeah.
Not ironically.
Not hoist by my own petard. I always hoped that my petards would go off for my enemies. Now that I know that a petard is a bomb and not a mechanism involved in the hoisting of flags.
I always thought sails. Come on, no!
Brutal.
I really thought I had that one.
I know, we're down to one Abobo too. This is the end of the helicopter fight.
Come on.
Just a great level.
Oh, we got him.
I love that they didn't even use the full NES screen, like the full gameplay screen available to them.
Because we're in a teeny helicopter. Full of dudes. Just chock-a-block full of dudes.
And you gotta treasure every moment of like creative level design here, because there's no creative level design in Double Dragon 3. Neither levels generally or encounters specifically. The graphics are good, but it's all just like walk to a fight, walk to a fight, walk to a fight, walk to a fight, boss fight, walk to a fight, and then of course eventually it's like, now here's some fucking obstacles in a game where you get 1 life per character and no continues, no.
Yeah.
I'm getting mad just talking about it, and it's like, we'll see when we play them all in a row. We'll have a better feel, but I feel like it's the chunkiest, most satisfying fighting.
Okay.
I don't know.
No jumping. That's fine. I don't do a lot of jumping. There we go. There we go.
Take Yeah, 2 hands.
Right hand.
Right hand, whatever. Okay, he's got 2 hands. He's got a right hand.
He does. Yeah, that's what they say. If you got 2 hands and a fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Any man with 2 hands can win a fight.
Yep. Oh, shoot. No.
And like, that was a great promo by a problematic dude. But oof. At least these aren't like, you know. At least they didn't model the damage off what it would actually be like if a pneumatic spike trap descended on your head. Because that would probably be...
No, he's coming.
No, Linda's are coming first.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Just watch out for... They're packing grenades, so if you get the drop on them, just watch out for the grenades.
She grenaded herself.
Are these Wills? Or did you say these guys are Roper?
Roper.
Huh. They look more like Will than like Roper. Roper in the first game had short hair. Although he did have tougher clothing than Will. But these guys totally have Will hair. I mean, whatever. I guess it's not that important. Eventually, beat-em-ups will introduce the mechanic of... Obviously, what we want to do...
Get on either side of him?
...is flank a Bobo.
Yeah.
The 2-player strategy is all about flanking. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay. It's all over but the crying.
Yeah. Flank. To back.
Oh no. Ready. Okay.
I got it. Okay.
And you can do the jump, but you don't need conveyor speed. So don't try to make it fancy for yourself. And then...
There we go.
That's the end of the level.
Thank you for readying me. I would not have...
Yeah, I realized it. I was like, oh no, this is going to be another instant Craig death. Alright?
We could have saved scrum that.
We got... Yeah.
We've got
I would have
rules
rewound.
established.
I would have rewound for that. We do have a no bullshit rule here at 58 Dream Street. Yeah, eventually beat 'em ups will you know add health bars for the enemies that also cause their
We're all done with this.
names to appear on screen.
Oh, nice.
Which will then introduce the silly really underscore the fact that we're in this we're fighting Linda's again. No. That falls under the bullshit rule. Because that is not a fall that would... Actually, it is a fall that would kill you because it's into the river, but...
How could I have known?
Doesn't count. Game cheats.
Game cheats. Nice. Okay. Still got some more Lindas.
Speaking of the Lindas upgrading for post-apocalyptic attitude, they've swapped out the...
Yeah, they've got a strap.
They're using flails instead of whips.
Okay, there's a path up here too.
It's a bullshit path. It sucks more.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. No. We're not losing lives to platform bullshit here.
Why am I not?
There. You did it.
I did it. I'm a good boy. Here we go.
Huh. These guys can throw their flails like boomerangs and they come back.
Oh man. Just reminded me of the boomerang guys from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I hate those dudes. They're the worst dudes. Climb up these vines.
I looked into it, and I think in terms of NES beat-em-ups, at least that either are notable enough that I've heard of them despite never getting a Western release, like the Kunio games, or
come on,
got a Western release. The total number of NES beat-em-ups is actually pretty low. It's like the Double Dragon games, the Kunio
Get on the
games,
outside. Yeah, there we go.
Mighty Final Fight, and there are beat-em-up segments in the Adventures of Bayou Billy, and then 2 Ninja Turtles games. So we're gonna we'll have to look into whether there are Famicom beat-em-ups that I'm missing, but we can do the full NES catalog of beat-em-ups.
Nice.
We're not gonna do that for Super Nintendo. We'll maybe do one day of Jalico crap, but we're not doing deep dives. Oh man, this Abobo cost us 2 lives with his stupid shovel backdrop.
Yeah.
And those are fair enough.
Yeah, they're fair enough deaths. He got us. Alright.
But obviously, it's ideal to not lose any lives before the really hard levels. So I grow concerned that I'm going to once again go down when we face off against... if I even make it to my shadow. I suppose time to tell on that. But yeah, this one... Oh, hey! I think I might be realizing for the first time that there's a platform there. Weird. What benefit can standing on this platform possibly have?
Why can I not? Oh my god, we have to get up there simultaneously?
No. Oh, did you make it to the top?
I made it to the platform.
Like the platform with the door?
No.
Okay. Because that's where you gotta make
But
it.
I couldn't jump up after I got to this platform. Like, look. Well, that time
I'm
I
not
got
sure.
hit by steam.
Is there an intermediary platform there? And also, I don't know if you've noticed, the steam is not a... Like, the steam is on a consistent rhythm.
Yeah.
But when it comes out, I don't know if there's an official pattern. It's just pure RNG. But if there is an official pattern, it's not a simple pattern. Like, it's not a... Like, each of them goes once in this sequence.
I mean, it has to be a pattern because there's...
Doesn't have to be.
There we go. Well, yeah, it does, because nothing is random if it's on a computer.
I mean, no, you could use a random number generator.
Random number generators are not truly random.
I know they're not truly random, but they would create the experience of randomness for the player. Like, it wouldn't create a consistent pattern.
I mean, in the fullness of time, but I'm really not thinking the NES has the pi to the place of 100 ability.
No, but I'm just saying the thing with a random number generator, you could pull off going, you know, A, C, A, B, C, A.
I appreciate some help.
I'm helping you understand how it could be random in a sense. Okay. Oh, come on, dude. You should not get involved in this. You're this guy going down away from full health bar on your last life. Fortunately, this guy has much better knees than the giant in the other game, so he likes to show them off by stupidly just hopping between the platforms.
Where in the world are we?
Billy or Jimmy going, there's evil in the air. Like, he checked. He's like,
yeah. You can smell that evil.
There's evil in the air here.
Alright.
So yeah, we've got horseshit, falling fires that drop from the torches, and horseshit flickering platforms. Alright. Anyone who happened to have just joined us, we have a host rule here. No bullshit deaths allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And any part where Double Dragon becomes a platforming game that you have to play with a jump button that is pressed 2 buttons at once is a bullshit death. It's just pure bullshit mode. Basically, you have to jump here before the platform you're on starts flickering. And that'll give you the right timing. Ugh, bullshit death. Wait, can I circumvent here? Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
well that's the way. That's not the door we go in. We actually have to expose both doors so that enemies will come through them. Oh, hello there, right hand. Why doesn't he have, like, only one of his hands taped up or something?
I think he's supposed to
He's just a
be...
henchman. He's the right-hand man.
He's the right-hand man of the mysterious warrior.
What mysterious warrior?
The guy who is the main villain of this game.
Oh, right. Because it's not the Shadow Lord.
It's not the Shadow Lord. It's not Willy.
Willy the Shadow Lord.
Will of the Shadow Lord.
Or maybe Willy is not canonically the Shadow Lord. Because I don't think the enemy was called. I don't think the enemy was the Shadow Warriors in Double Dragon. I think that was a retcon. It might even be a retcon only in the NES version.
I mean, they're called the Shadow Warriors eventually. So,
Yes.
So, you know, he is the Shadow Lord in that way. Oh,
Ah,
it's okay. Shit happens.
okay. Now the absolute worst of the platforming. This is just like... This is
What?
Heatman levels of, like, hopping from appearing platform to appearing platform.
Oh.
Bullshit death. Well, I mean, that was a mix of bullshit. I mean, like, some of the bullshit was just Greg's bullshit there, to be entirely fair. Okay, we should not do this simultaneously in case one of us pops out a jump kick by mistake.
Okay.
Do you want me to model it for you?
No, I'll go.
It's putting a lot of pressure on myself.
I know how to do it.
I might get the yips. Forget how to do it.
Timing was a bit off. You gotta kind of wait till it starts.
Yeah, you gotta jump, like, right when it started or just before. Like, you're
I'm
on
jumping
it too
too
much.
early. I'm jumping too early, yeah.
Me and Danielle started playing It Takes Two, the co-op adventure. It's pretty good so far. It's not bad. It's not what I was expecting it to be like.
No?
I was expecting a lot of using a single context button together to solve puzzles that involve, like, taking the hands of a clock and rotating them, as opposed to just a lot of straight platforming puzzles. It's fun though. But
my issue is I'm just not getting the jumps because sometimes you jump and if you're not hitting a direction,
it's an up jump.
It's just an up jump,
and you cannot Mario like change your momentum in the air.
Exactly.
So so the game introduces challenges that are to a seasoned platformer pretty simple stuff. Like jump and then jump again to do a double jump. And then press the dash button to extend the horizontal length of your jump.
Bullshit death.
Bullshit death. A total bullshit death is going to be
bullshit death.
Our deaths of old age while you're still trying to do them.
Hey man, it's difficult.
It is. No,
you got it on your first try. I'm going to get it on my 5.
And listen, but we ought to be quite clear. That first try was probably like in the triple digits of the number of times I've done this. Because it's not a long game. So, ever since I started having easy access to it, it's not uncommon for me to be like, bang out a Double Dragon 2, The Revenge Run.
At least you don't take any damage from that fall, even if you do fall quite dramatically.
Yeah. There you go.
Too early.
Yeah, so when you got to do the double jump and dash one, I would do it and then to show Danielle, and then I'd be like, all right. And she is so clearly focused on being like, I'm pressing this button and then this button again and then this button.
Yeah.
That she runs forward to the edge of the platform, and then she goes jump jump dash, and did not extend her jump at all with the double jump because she did the double jump immediately after the initial jump and then immediately did the dash and then like falls like halfway in the pit and then just does that again and again, and I keep being like, so try to, because she's musically inclined, so I'm like, just try to put a rest in between every button press. Jump dash, and then she runs up, jump dash. And
come on,
it's hilarious. It takes a very long time, but the game is generous with the respawning, so it's not too painful for either of us.
James, why don't you just do the end of this by yourself?
You're bullshit. Oh, okay, fine. I'll just accept your death, and I will try to carry the torch. Here I go.
See? You've watched me fuck it up so many times now.
Yeah, anyway. I was inspired to think of Danielle when...
So is It Takes Two the only game you're playing? Besides stream games,
offline?
obviously?
No. I'm back doing some Into the Breach here and there because... Did you hear?
The big update, yeah.
Yeah, holy moly. Was this, like... Were you aware this was coming before it came?
Nope, not at all.
Was anybody? Was this announced?
I don't know. I really don't.
For me, I didn't even learn about it from the internet. I just turned my Switch on one day and it was like, update. And I was like, oh, that's strange, because they said they were never going to do an update or a sequel. And I was like, I wonder what it is. Probably just like a balance fix or something.
There's a Greg problem. I was there. I could have done it, but I didn't realize that I thought the last platform just had a longer wait. for jumps. I forgot the platform.
You made it to the last platform.
I made it to the last platform. Oh, whatever.
I will say, I can't remember the ending of this game. But if the ending is that they're like, Marion's just alive, I think that's a better ending than she just got machine gunned. But yes, obviously, this game is just much better than
Mercilessly.
its arcade progenitor. Okay, down with you, right hand. Just jerk. Boom. Big uppercut. Boom. Big uppercut. Do your stupid... No? Okay, do your thing. Do your thing.
There he goes.
Also, the fact that he does, like, what looks like a victory pose before he disintegrates makes you think he's doing a power.
Oh, man. I didn't realize there was a... Actually, I did know that. Now that I've read the fact again, I remember that its existence. The Double Dragon Marvel comic book.
Huh.
Yes, in the heyday of Marvel's licensing era. Are you aware of Marvel's licensing era?
No.
So during the 80s, much as today, you might see a comic book studio like Boom or IDW does a lot of licensed comics.
Oh, like Marvel doing licensed comics.
Yes.
I was aware that they used to do a lot more of those because, like, the Conan comics that everybody really loves were Marvel, right?
Yep, as were the first run of G.I. Joe and the Godzilla comics. The Godzilla comics, which were in continuity,
by your own petards.
In continuity and remain roughly in continuity.
What are? Sorry?
The Godzilla comic books.
Huh.
Yeah, there you go. Several of the characters invented for the Godzilla comic continue to appear in Marvel Comics, and also many characters like the Fantastic Four met Godzilla, and occasionally things that were like relatively important to the series happened, and so years later when they reference them, they have to be like when we fought that atomic lizard. Also, I think most famously in that regard is the ROM Space Knight comics, which most people didn't even realize were a licensed book. But ROM the Space Knight was a very little known toy. There was only ever one ROM the Space Knight toy. There was no...
I've never heard of it.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not surprised because either you'd hear of the toy, which is next to impossible. I don't know why you'd ever hear of the toy and not hear of the comic.
Yeah.
Or you'd hear of the comic. Because the comic was hugely influential. Extremely well written. And a very good comic. It introduced a lot of things into the Marvel Universe which remain. Rom's lonely quest. He has to go out and kill these things called the Dire Wraiths. Who can...
The Dire Apes?
Dire Wraiths.
Dire Wraiths.
Yeah, and they...
experience-draining ghost monsters.
Exactly. They eat human spirit. And they...
Yep, that's...
And they can shapeshift to assume the form of humans. And so a lot of the time the story is...
full level of human spirit.
A lot of the time the story will be this strange, seemingly emotionless robot man shows up in town and starts, killing people. And, everyone's freaking out about it. And then it turns out the people he's killing are already dead, been replaced by Dire Wraiths. And he's just on this lonely quest across the galaxy, but mostly Earth. And there is an amazing X-Men story that's in there.
Huh.
But they lost the rights to ROM the Space Knight. The license expired. And so for decades, ROM himself has been unable to appear. The Space Knights, of which ROM is a member, have appeared because Marvel literally invented every single one of those because there was only one.
Yeah.
There was only one ROM action figure, and so all the other ones can appear, but ROM himself cannot. Except that the series does end with him finally being free of his armor, and once or twice a guy who is probably ROM out of his armor has appeared. But with comics, it's kind of, whether the dude you're looking at is whether the dude you're looking at is the Human Torch or Captain America usually depends on which book you're reading. Like, it's just a blonde, muscular guy. They don't have facial features that are like hugely unique. Even Tony Stark could just be Doctor Strange.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hey, goons. Where's your slimeball boss hiding? You'll never defeat our boss. You'll only destroy yourselves.
Oh, you'll only destroy yourselves, and then you fight illusions of yourselves. Man, deep writing.
Yeah. Well, it's like with the Force to Death. They had no choice but to go on, although it was the path to certain death, and that's like life. It's an existentialist thing. Mm-hmm. We have no choice but to go on, although we are on the way to certain death.
The final leg in the Rom the Space Knight story is that most recently another group got the Rom the Space Knight license and tried to do a Rom the Space Knight comic, except they couldn't reference any of the things from the original Marvel comic. So it was a weird thing where it was banking on the nostalgia for the comic book, but unable to do absolutely anything the comic book did.
That's so weird. And what? Okay, was it just that they didn't give a shit? Like, how could they not get the license to ROM the Space Knight again?
It was literally that the people giving the license didn't give a shit. They were like, we're not making any more toys. Why would we continue this?
Because we're fucking paying you, dude.
And they were just like, well, you can pay us for something else. We're not. That's not what we're in the business for. We don't care about your artistic expression. We just want to use comics to sell toys. So, they just took it off the market. They just were like, we're not offering that anymore. It's gone. Forget about it.
Weird.
And then eventually Marvel did lose the rights to G.I. Joe and Godzilla and Transformers and the rest.
What do you think inspired Abobo to grow his hair?
I don't know.
Like, I don't think of Abobo as a guy who, like, thinks about his look.
Yeah, he's like... Oh,
but he obviously did. Like,
I chose to be bald for a long time.
Yeah, like, he was not a bald guy.
No,
like, that was a shaved head.
He was bald
by
choice.
So at some point, he was putting in the time to, like, shave and wax that dome.
Yep.
And then he worked himself all the way around to being like, okay, I've done this for too long. I just look old. like this was fine when I was in my 20s.
Once you start getting the gray and the beard, people think this is not by choice.
Yeah.
It's by choice.
Yeah, but he's like, it seems quite possible that he is dyeing the hair though, because it's very black.
It is, yes.
I don't know. Abobo is just a way more aesthetically concerned guy than we expected. I'm not going to beat this.
No.
I'm going to come very painfully close. Oh, we got to keep count here. None of these guys have apparently suicided.
No. Jeez, they're also kind of green in a weird way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's up with that.
They're using the same palette as the pillars there.
Yeah.
Or the curtains, yes, those are definitely curtains. Good call. The pillars are in fact the pillars. The 4 pillars we can very clearly see.
These sort of purple
behind us
pillars.
and reflected on the floor.
Okay, that guy died. Another one came in.
Okay.
You fight 4 of these guys.
Yeah, they're now, the 4th one is now on the screen, so killed 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get game over these guys.
Yeah, I can slide. Or very early in the clone fight.
Unless I just do a masterful play from here on out, but I've already psyched myself out. I'm not going to.
Oof. It's amazing that a lot of these hits aren't doing any damage to you, though. That one.
Well, they're doing damage. It's just that damage meter is like a rough representation.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna do my best here, but we might as well save state bullshit our way through just to see the ending. It's kind of frustrating that I put us in a situation where I have to rewind like pretty much every time I get damaged, but that's what I've done.
Gonna have a perfect run.
So this is not a clean victory. And I won't pretend it was, but we'll see. I came awful close that first time. Come on, just keep walking into the kicks. Is that the strategy? Is this like Dark Link with strategy in adventure? Oh, of course, but the Hadokens will overcome that if whenever he remembers that he has Hadokens, he can just catch it.
Yeah.
Oh man, you can aim them on the Z-axis.
The Hadoken animation is also way better than the animation in the arcade, because in the arcade they kind of like flick their finger at you, and it shoots the lightning, which is an interesting way to do it. It's unique.
Yeah.
Actually, this predates the Hadoken, so if anything, the Hadoken is being stolen by this game, right? Because Street Fighter had not come up by this point.
I don't think it has.
I'm gonna look it up, but I know that beat 'em ups predate.
Oh, they definitely.
Fighting games, and
well, unless you count like Yayar Kung Fu.
I don't.
I mean, yeah.
Street Fighter was 94, so this is well before.
I don't know. Like Yayar Kung Fu, like it is just literally two people with health bars doing ninja fights on a 2D plane. One-on-one ninja fights. I loved that game when I was a kid.
Okay, you gotta jump.
Although, frustratingly for me as a kid, I encountered Yayar Kung Fu on a 42-in-1 bootleg cart that my dad got me when they got me the NES.
Oh, you did it! Here we go.
And then... Well done, Double Dragons. Very few have ever made it to the end of the warrior... Are you kidding me? Well done, Double Dragons. Very few have ever made it to the end of the warrior level, but now your greatest challenge is ahead. Oh, okay.
The master level has an enemy so evil, so diabolical, that we won't even show you
We should have done...
Yeah, Supreme Master.
Well, lesson learned. Okay. Well, we didn't get to see the ending, but otherwise, I think we got a pretty solid look at the next step in Double Dragon Evolution. A lot more evolution happening in the ports than in the arcade versions.
For sure.
I'm really interested, like I said, Rosetta Stone of the trilogy. Rosetta Stone, the Double Dragon 3 arcade game, is the only one I'd never played before we started doing this. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out. What it's like.
Me too.
I hope that it is, an evolution of the arcade system that is also better than the NES port. But I guess we'll see. But I guess that's it.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end. I hope you have. We had a bunch of people there. For a hot minute.
Hey, if you didn't, you can't hear us. We're still glad you came, so thanks.
You cannot hear my voice, but that's fine. Please follow us if you like, and subscribe if you can. It really helps. We also have a YouTube channel now, 58 Dream Street on YouTube, and a Discord.
Those videos are coming out. It's not the whole back catalog's not up yet, but I'm working on it.
And a Discord at 58 Dream Street on Discord. Join us. James is in there. He's talking up a storm. And with that.
I'm working on it.
Remember, everybody, that violence is never the answer, except in video games. See ya.